So then the last thing we're going to do is get the shoes on, and we're going to look at your running form again from a couple of different angles. Unfortunately, this woman only sent me this angle, but you'll get a pretty good idea of what I'm looking at when I look at it. So again, if we watch our foot plant, there again, you can see as we come through, here comes that dorsiflexion and the kick up of the foot. Something again that I know that this particular person is working on very diligently to correct, to avoid some stress on it. But watch what happens at impact in this shoe. So at impact, because she has this orthotic in, and this is her foot that actually comes in across center line, but this orthotic, as she spins that foot through, is keeping her foot way out of balance out on the outside. It's really turning. You can actually see, and because the shoe itself isn't moving, because I'll look for movement in the shoe as well, but the shoe itself isn't moving, but you can actually see that that orthotic now has her foot actually rolling more toward the outside so that the sole of the foot is playing, or inverting, or it's inversion that's going on with her foot. That's the orthotic that's causing that. She also has a very high offset in this shoe from heel to toe, which is something I don't like because, again, the lower the offset from heel to toe on the shoe, the more naturally your foot's going to perform and the more anatomically correct you are. And she comes to the gait cycle, and look again, even with this foot, now with this foot, she's starting to spin that foot out and around. You can see that whole almost circular motion that starts from here. We'd rather see the motions going up and down coming from the hip with flexed knees through the entire gait cycle. And again, the foot is up, and at impact on this foot, she is almost on her heel. So this shoe is completely changing her running gait and her plan. Because that heel is so big and heavy that it's dropping her foot down to impact right there while that toe is still dorsiflexed, and this has been causing her some tension in this part of her leg. One of the things that I did, I got her I dropped her down about 5 millimeters. I didn't take her all the way to a zero drop shoe, but I dropped her down about 5 millimeters from where she was into a different shoe that's going to allow her to get that lift and down more on her midfoot, so she's getting a much more productive landing on her foot. And again, you can see that the shoe itself is remaining pretty straight, but look what's happening on the inside of that shoe, and you can see this is kind of collapsing inward from the orthotic pushing it that way, but the orthotic is pushing her foot out that way. A lot of these things we corrected with this, and a lot of these things we can correct when we take a look at yours and we go over. And I go over each and every one of these videos with you when you come in for your gait analysis, because we really want to make sure that structurally you're performing correctly, and then when we put a shoe on your natural state of running, that you perform correctly as well. So it's a little more than just throwing someone on the thing and saying, oh, you're an overpronator, a word that doesn't exist. There's an evaluation process that should go into every pair of shoes that you buy. And if you're not buying your shoes from me, if you're going into a local running store, these are some of the things that you should be asking them so that you get into proper footwear. Because look, proper footwear for a runner or a triathlete is the key piece of equipment that's going to help the injury prevention down the road. If anyone has any questions, reach out to me, prsfit@gmail.com. I'll be happy to answer them, and have a great day.